Okay, good morning, America. Bill Allen here with BewareAutoRepair.com. This morning we're going to talk a little bit about specialty shops. Specialty shops are wonderful. When times were booming and the business was thriving, they survived just doing one thing. AC shops only fixed air conditioning. And you know, they had a salesperson that estimated the repairs, and you went in and every time you went in for an AC repair, you got one. They fixed something, whether it was the actual cause of the problem or not as important as fixing something. In a lot of shops, that's the way it is. If they specialize, they only see X amount of customers a day. So if you go to them and you've got a very small leak, they're going to find something. They're going to guess and try to get as close as they can sometimes. But it really is, the fact of the matter, a lot of shops, they fill in where they don't know with guesses so that they can continue doing business. I owned an air conditioning repair company, but it's also an automotive repair company, a transmission repair company, and we do things based off of a fact. Do we really see it? Could I show it to my customer? So with air conditioning, it's tricky. You can't sometimes see the leak. It's so small, so minute, or so tucked away in a hidden spot, you can't see it. So what we do is we put dye in the system. We inject it with an infrared dye, and we fill the system up, and we let it run for a couple hours, and we watch it. We watch the condensation drip out of the evaporator case, that little puddle under your car, and we check that puddle for infrared dye. If we see dye in that water, then there's a good chance it's the evaporator core leaking under the dash. If we see dye on the compressor around the O-rings, then we know the compressor's leaking. But sometimes we can't see anything. So the best thing to do is to let the car leave. Fill it up with Freon, make sure there's oil in the system, and the dye that we put in it actually has oil. It's actually an oil with a dye base. So you can get the lubrication still to the compressor and everything if it didn't have as much oil. But the most important thing is we didn't try to just change parts, we let it leave. We charge $45 plus the Freon, and the car's on the road again. Now, if the AC stops blowing again, hopefully you'll come back to me because I was honest with you and say, all right, now let's check it for a leak. The second time you come back, the chances of finding that leak grow considerably because now it's my fresh dye in the system. We just put it in. We have a measurement of time on how long it took to leak out, and we will probably find that leak in short order and then make your estimate up for the repair. That's the professional way to find a problem with the AC system. And a lot of specialty shops feel the pressure. So if there's a Chevrolet Astrovan or a Dodge Caravan evaporator core problem, they know most of them do leak. So they're going to sell that to you. Well, what if it was a Schrader valve on the low pressure side under the cap and it's barely leaking? And you authorized an $1,100 repair, $1,200. A lot of these places charge $1,200 for an evaporator core. You spent $1,200 of your hard-earned dollars you didn't need to for a $1.50 Schrader valve. So be careful about who you pick to fix your air conditioner, just like your transmission. It doesn't matter that they own 150 locations per state. It doesn't matter that they're as big as, you know, the biggest company you can think of that does transmissions. It doesn't matter. What matters is the integrity of the person behind the counter. And that's so hard to control. It's impossible to control sometimes. But find that shop that's a small business that you can trust, that you know he has the capability of doing the repairs properly. He has the capability of being honest, and he exercises that capability. That's important to you. Find a repair shop that you trust and let them. Now, if you find a great guy and he doesn't do transmissions, ask him to help you with the transmission repair somewhere else. If it's something that you really need to be conscious of, that just because it's a huge chain and there's massive locations, doesn't an honest shop make, if you know what I mean. So be careful and think, just like on the air conditioning, same as transmission. If the transmission's acting up, You've got to be a good steward of your money. You need to not just throw the money out because someone says they're a professional. Make it make sense to you. Be aware of somebody out there that might possibly be thinking more about your wallet than your heart, more about their satisfaction than yours. So, with that said, specialty shops are great if you find a good one with a man with integrity behind the counter. But beware. Bill Allen, BewareAutoRepair.com.